Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is your brother in the struggle coming right back at you in the spiritual struggle, because everything is a spiritual struggle, ladies and gentlemen, in this world. Ladies and gentlemen, I wasn't going to do no videos today, but somebody suggested that I do. So, your wish is my command. All right? I'm going to talk about because that's the talk of the town. Everybody's talking about. Okay? Which is the mass shooting in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Ladies and gentlemen, let me get this straight. After watching my videos, or maybe you're not familiar with my video and the truth and the reality that I display, that I talk about, that I show, that I prove beyond any shadow of a doubt, you're obviously not familiar with what I've been telling you. That we are living first of all, in the last days of this human generation as we know it. True, that the truth, people are not ready to deal with the truth. And the truth is that what you think are extraterrestrial beings, and thanks to Hollywood, like the movie Encounters of the Third Kind, Predator, shows like Star Trek, you name it. All right? Aliens, space invaders, war of the words, and things like that. Okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, you still don't understand that just like in the days of Noah, people were drinking, distracted, totally oblivious to what is going on. Because, ladies and gentlemen, this whole world is being completely possessed. That's why, remember what I told you in my last video, all right? The games masters theirs of all the games played in human history. Ladies and gentlemen, what the game that's being played, not just in Minnesota. I used to live in Minneapolis, by the way. In fact, I used to live right in Minneapolis, right where George Floyd, I mean, like a couple of blocks from there, where George Floyd was killed. And there was a garbage can that nobody noticed that had the 666 signed on it. And I knew, I had a feeling that a game was gonna be played there, being played again by the game master, because the game master is the one in charge, which is the devil, which is Satan. Okay? He has played its role in all human affairs ever since he made our parents to take the decision to actually disobey our Creator. And ever since then, things have never been the same. Now, somebody asked me, Ruben, then how come God won't just destroy the devil and Satan and get it over with and start a new human race? Well, the fact of the matter is we are already on our way to regain, because he wants humanity through this pain and through all this suffering, and after losing the meaning of the earth to the devil, because of this, through the act of disobedience, now we must earn it back by living the best way we can, following the 10 Commandments, praying to our Creator 3 times a day, and not being part of any man-made religions. Because you got to understand, all religions are there to deceive you, to control you, and to economically exploit you. Okay? And emotionally exploit you to the point where, did you know that the Roman Catholic Church is the first beast? Okay? So the mass shooting that happened in Minneapolis, in the what is it? Annunciation? What is it called again? Annunciation Catholic Church, in a school right next to it. The gunman's mother used to work there. Ladies and gentlemen, we have opened the doors to the demons, not to the extraterrestrial. Okay? Because that's what you've been fed. Again, through Hollywood, you have been conditioned to believe that there are spiritual beings in outer space. But the truth of the matter is that those are fallen angels. There are none whatsoever, no non-extraterrestrial beings out there. Okay? These are the fallen angels, the Nephilim. They're back. And they know that this is their last hurrah. So they're going to take and destroy as many human beings as possible. So when this whole world, especially America, being the second beast, has opened up the door to these demons, they will work its society. In fact, what are they saying there? Instead of waking up to the reality as to why this happened, and they know they are going against nature itself. They're trying to transhumanism, ladies and gentlemen. That's all these world leaders, district attorneys, even the Supreme Court, that's what they all believe. Okay? Now let me tell you this. Even before everything came out in the news that he was a trans activist, I knew it. Why? As soon as I saw his picture blasted on television, I knew right away, there it is. And I was right. So, society creates its own demons, its own monsters, and then wants to complain. And not only that, but he uses Christendom. He attacks Christendom today. The same leaders in Minneapolis, from the district attorney, Keith Ellison, the governor, the mayor, well, they all came out defending transgenders. So what do you think is in store for Minnesota? You understand? And not just for Minnesota, but the whole world. It's not good, because you are going the very essence of what being a human being is. And ladies and gentlemen, please don't play dumb as to why YouTube kept this gentleman channel active. Come on, let's not kid around. YouTube, and they know it. They are with the LGBTQ++ agenda. They are part of it. They got a lot of them, a lot of. In fact, even their AI are probably transgender. Who knows? Because remember, AI and this last generation of robotics science is all part of the final takeover from the demons. See, each generation, whether you want to believe it or not, has its own piece of technology. Okay? And that technology, and this is the last piece. This is the last technology. To the point where they are made to believe lies upon lies. That they are planets. And that your cell phones transmit with satellites, when in reality there are no satellites. And that there are different planets. And that the earth revolves around the sun every 24 hours. And that we are traveling thousands upon thousands, hundreds of thousands of miles around the sun. Okay? But check this out, ladies and gentlemen. The reality is, ladies and gentlemen, is that we are fighting against demons, against spirit beings that we cannot see. Okay? So this is part of the game that I was talking to you about. Okay? Minnesota has opened up the door to transgenderism, to abortion, and to even turning little girls into boys and little boys into girls. You understand? So what do you think is in store for Minneapolis and the whole wide world and for the United States? I don't have time to tell you. Now, I'm just going to share with you some of what the media is sharing with you. I've been telling you, ladies and gentlemen, we are being, we have created our own monsters. And yet, in fact, we want young people to appreciate and cherish life. When leaders are actually setting up the example of telling you that life don't matter. Through human sacrifice, which is what abortion in its very essence is. Abortion is human sacrifice to the gods, to the devil. So that's why I call the Democrats Democrats. And the Republicans are not saints either, ladies and gentlemen, because it's all part, remember, they are all part of the same. Their feathers are the same bird. Birds of a feather will always stick together and will always fly together. So ladies and gentlemen, it's all the same. It's a system that is set up. Now you have a president or political leaders can play many roles, and one of them is what? Which they do all the time, control opposition. When in reality they work with the enemy. And remember, religion has been the greatest trick play on the human mind. So the fact of the matter that this guy chose to shut up a Roman Catholic Church. Let's not kid ourselves. Roman Catholic Church is a satanic organization. So the devil is using its own satanic organization, human organization that he has created through his disciples up on this earth. To what? To usher in his agenda. So this is all I have for you, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, look what happened to Sodom and Gomorrah. This is all I have for you, ladies and gentlemen. There'll be more. I'll be talking to you about this some more. But I just want to touch upon it this day to tell you, please don't let yourself be deceived. I mean, all the media know that this is against nature. They're afraid to say it. Oh, YouTube is gonna take my channel down, or it's gonna take this video down. No, you have free will to talk about what you need to talk about, as long as you respect the guidelines. And don't be surprised, like I said, that YouTube kept this gentleman's account alive. I mean, of course, now they're destroyed because of what happened, but that is after the fact. Remember, our fight is not against flesh and blood, like it's written, clearly written in the book of Ephesians chapter 6, verse 12. Our fight is not against, in fact, let me read it and then I'm done. Okay? Ephesians chapter 6. Chapter 6, verse 12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principality, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. And again, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, that's why you see leaders such as the crazy and lost leader. He doesn't care about his poll numbers or whatever, because ladies and gentlemen, remember what I said. Everything is a lot. Your vote don't count. Your president are not, they are selected. They are not elected. Okay, Theodore Roosevelt once said that, and it's true. Wake the hell up. Maintain a strong relationship with your Creator. Ask for the repentance of your sins. Do not be part of any religion or any organization, ladies and gentlemen. And you see the difference. I am a living proof. I went to hell and back, and I don't mean literally hell, because there is no hell. There will be. Hell is what you make it in this world by choosing, because there are two paths. Okay? Remember, even that old rock and roll song tells you, and it's in the book as well. Remember, Led Zeppelin, Stairway to Heaven, there are two paths you can go by. Okay? It was a beautiful melody, rock and roll song, but it was a satanic song, because everything is paying homage or paying pledging allegiance to the devil, who is the God of this world. So this is all I have for you, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? Y'all take care, and remember, there's more. I do this because I love you. I want you to make sure that you understand what the heck is going on. And they try to distract you with saying by saying crazy, stupid things like, "Oh, these are the guns are the faults." No, a knife can be deadly. A baseball bat, pipe can be deadly. Poison can be deadly. Fentanyl, which is the drugs, it is deadly. Okay? It's not the gun. It's the state of mind, the spiritual misdirection that we live in, that the leaders, social leaders, are not interested in the United States. For the United States, once again, is the second beast. Read it. And Revelation chapter 13 is starting on verse 11 down. The first 11 verses speaks about the first beast, which is the Roman Catholic Church. They are no coincidence, ladies and gentlemen. This is all I have for you, ladies and gentlemen. Good night. God bless. And don't forget to take a look at the links that I will share with you here. Y'all take care, my brothers and sisters. And by the way, thank you for helping me spread this message during this last day that we are living under this evil matrix system. The matrix is real, ladies and gentlemen. Don't be a slave to it. Do not follow its lies or its conditioning. Y'all take care. Bye-bye.